You know, actually, while I kind of on this rant about taking the front wheel off, things I hate about my Ducati Multistrada. This could be like episode 1.1 or something. To take the wheel off, right, you do have to take the brakes off. And I understand that, Ducati. I don't really have a problem with that. And you've got Brembos on this bike, which is fantastic. Love the Brembos. Everybody seems to love them. I've had other brakes and I've not really had issues with them, but the Brembos seem to do the job. These stop very well. But to get this off, right, let's not talk about the amount of torque that's on these bolts. We don't need to talk about that. We want them to stay on, right? But to get this off, do you guys see a problem here? I think it's a fact of that this is a 17-inch wheel and that rotor is really big. And I think sometimes I just wish they just did the old, do you guys remember the Buell where the brakes are on the inside and the disc was mounted to the rim, and the calipers were like that. I like that because it was easy to get off. But this is a bitch because you got to take these bolts out. That's fine. We'll do that. Oh God, so much thread. Look, no, you look. It's fine. I'm not going to complain about that. Perfectly reasonable. Keep these big ass washers. Don't lose them. You need them. But here's the problem. See that? It doesn't just come straight off. You have to. You have to squeeze. You have to kind of rotate the caliper to squeeze the pads together. You put torsional force on it, which feels really wrong doing this, but it's the only way. You got to rotate the caliper off. I never had this with my Panigale, so it's something special with these discs and these brakes, the way this is set up. I guess with the new bike being a 19-inch wheel, we won't have this problem. So maybe that's a good reason to go get that bike, if this pisses me off so much. I change tyres a lot. These aren't really done, but I don't like these on the weekends. They're just not... What I find is when I get down to here, I'm losing grip. It doesn't really have that much grip on this edge. And so I'm not wearing the elephants off too much. I'm kind of just not getting it over because I'm afraid of just the front end washing out from me. So I'm going to get rid of this tire, put on some M7s because they've usually worked really well for me on my other bike. But yeah, this is a pain. I gotta tell you, it's really hard doing it one-handed. Oh, there we go. That's probably got it. Yep, that got it. You got to squeeze those pads apart to get it on. Good thing about changing tires, often as you check your pads. I've got plenty of pads left. That one's starting to get a bit low. I might buy some pads, get them ready to replace on the next tire change. Change them before you need to, not after. If you run your tire pads all the way to the plate, it's funny how well the brake pads work when they're good and how badly they work when you don't have them. It's funny that. Anyway, I guess I was just going to complain about that.